What's up,
Hey,
bud?
hey, what's going on, man?
How are you?
Very good, very good. How you doing today?
It's been a busy day already.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. So, to Louie, Rahway. Tell me a little bit first about the history of Rahway.
The history of Rockeyez. I don't really know much of the history since I'm like a later member.
Right.
um, but the band was started by the Cardenas brothers, Dave and Steve Cardenas.
Uh-huh.
And when I was playing in a band, Smoke Star, we used to play with them a lot. So I became really good friends with both the brothers. They've had quite a few singers in the past. One of them is Manny Cabo, who actually was on The Voice, I believe.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, and he's a country singer now, right? So,
Uh,
um, and they've gone through quite a few singers, and then they've landed on our current singer, Nick Haid.
uh-huh.
And once I heard him, Dave and I, the story with this is, so Dave and I were Dave Cardenas and I were planning on putting together a side project because we always wanted to play together.
Right.
And he knew of my history, I knew of his history, so we decided to put a side project together. But then their bass player Bobby Paffrath was moving to Florida, so he had to leave the band. He had to pick up and move his family to Florida. And I already loved the way Nick Haid sang, so I was like, when Dave said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of Rahway?" I jumped at the opportunity.
Well,
I mean, we tell people that I was actually delivering Chinese food to their rehearsal studio, and they just never let me leave. But that's not the
right.
real story.
I know you
And
guys put out a lot of videos, like in the studio and practicing, and it's I like that.
yeah, well, we tried to do something that would engage a lot of our fans. And I don't really like Steve, but we seem to like each other on video.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I decided when Facebook Live became a thing, I said, Steve, why don't we, we're both pretty funny guys. Why don't we, go live at every rehearsal studio, at
Right.
every rehearsal. And it caught on. Like we were getting thousands of hits. People were like interacting with us. We were responding to them. So it became a lot of fun. And then the pandemic just ruined everything. So.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Tell me a little bit about this discography of Rahway. I know you have a new album out now, or EP.
Yeah, we have an EP out now called Slumlords of New Jersey. This is my second full EP with these guys. The first one was Undefeated, which I helped partially write with them. And before that was a CD called Grand Design.
Right.
They have a long list of EPs and CDs that came out before that.
Right.
But those songs aren't played anymore, so everything that we're playing now is from Grand Design and up.
Right.
But the Slumlords thing has been a lot of fun. We went in and recorded that with Mike Orlando from Adrenaline Mob.
Right.
We now currently have almost four videos in the can out of the 5 songs. So we just have one more to film.
Wow. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, and everything's been a lot of fun. When we released Slumlords in New Jersey, we were in the middle of a pandemic. So how the hell do you release a CD and promote it?
Right. Yeah.
When no one can leave their house.
No.
So our first single was a song called Chigger.
Uh-huh.
And we decided, you know what? Let's do a Zoom style thing, and where we each record our parts from our house. So we're playing from our houses. Then we asked our friends, a lot of celebrities and a lot of our friends from the local music scene, to record themselves singing the hook.
Right.
And we got everyone from PJ Farley, from Trickster, who I'm, you're familiar with.
Right.
And he's in Fozzy now. Don Jameson, to the members of the Z100 Morning Show,
Wow.
who I'm friends with. So we had quite a few people join in on this our first single for the CD. So I think the video itself got over 30,000 views within like the first week.
Wow.
So
now, tell me a little bit about Archangel Entertainment. How have they helped you?
Larry Jones, the president of Archangel, has been with the Rahway guys for a long time. I've known Larry when I was doing the stuff with Ray West. And Larry at the time was managing American Angel as well, or doing work with them anyway.
Right.
So he's been
right.
an intricate part to help Rahway get where it is today. It was me and him where, you know, with our brains together, we've been able to really market the band and give us the notoriety that we have on the scene right now.
Right.
You know, everywhere you go, people, you know, even if I say the name Rahway, people know who we are.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That means we're doing our job.
Definitely, definitely. How's your relationship with Ray West?
Great, fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, you know, when me and Ray parted ways, I was a little upset about it.
Right.
But you know, I took the high road, and me and Ray have talked numerous times after that. We're still really good friends.
Right.
We text dirty pictures to each other and dirty text messages every now and then. But yeah, you know, we love each other. You know, we're like brothers. So it's like, you know, you always have those falling outs with your brothers, and you know,
Right.
Ray's been very supportive of the Rahway thing too. He's I think he's the one who got into Rob's ear and said, hey, let's have them open for us as direct support in Jersey when we play there, because, you know,
Right.
because I'm so close to them. So.
Well, one of your big shows coming up is May 6th, opening up and supporting Striper in New York City. Tell me a little bit about that show, what you expect, and things like that.
That's a big one. You know, that's a big venue. I mean, the biggest venues we've played, I mean, we've done festivals and stuff, and, you know, Starland was one of the biggest ones, but Palladium looks like a really big venue.
Right.
So we got that through Kyle Brendel over at Stone Pony.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out to us and said, hey, are you guys okay with doing a show in the city? I said, yeah, why wouldn't we be? He's like, I might have one. You know, Striper's looking for an opener. So I said, throw us on.
Right.
You know, we had a few things to commit to make it work, and we agreed to it, and here we are. You know, it's only us and Striper, which, you know, a lot of times when you play at Starland, it's like 4 bands and you're competing with ticket sales, and
right.
It's just us and Striper, so it's going to be excellent.
Now, another show coming up is, I think, that's with Spread Eagle. Tell me a little bit about the excitement about that show.
Well, I mean, for me, that's a personal thing, because, you know, I love Rob and I love Ray.
Right.
And Rob called me personally, even though for some reason his number was blocked. So like he wasn't getting the messages to me. And Ray's like, hey, Rob's been trying to get in touch with you. And I'm like, I'm not getting any of the messages. So when he finally did get through, he said, hey, we really want you guys to open for us. And I was like, you know, my wife is having our second child, so she's due in August 10th. This show's July 31st. So I was like, you know, I don't know. It might be cutting it too close, but I'm like thinking 2 weeks is a good span, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So we took the gig, and I said, of course, because, you know, I have nothing but love for Ray and Rob, and, you know, they've done a lot for me in the past, and I want to pay it forward and be able to play a show with them and try to bring in our crowd. You know, and a lot of people who love Rahway also love Spread Eagle, so it should be an easy sell.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. You also work for the Aquarium Weekly. Tell me a little bit about that, and has that really helped you, you know, in music?
Well, I've written for the Aquarium for, I guess, 20 years. Right now, it's for me, it's just sporadic. Like whenever I see an interview that I want to do,
right,
I'll do, you know, I'll do an interview for them because they're not in print anymore. They're online now.
Right.
So right now, I'm just doing interviews for them. So I can't say I write for them anymore.
Right. Wow.
But I just did an interview with Snake Sabo regarding the new Skid Row singer, who's fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
He's pretty close to the original. So
right. Yeah.
close.
Yeah. That's Eric from Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, is it disappointing that you can't go to the store anymore and go pick up like a rock magazine, like Rock Scene and, you know,
Crazy.
Circus and all that stuff? Well, that's gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. And like Hip Parader, I mean, they've all become online entities. Metal Edge too. Metal Edge is like one of my favorites, and I think that, you know, Jerry Miller passed away. You know, rest his soul.
Yes.
He's awesome. But they have a new guy, I think, running it now. His name is escaping me, but he wrote an excellent book called Nothing But a Good Time.
Right.
The author of that book actually is the new publisher for Metal Edge. So I don't know, maybe I could get a job there.
Yeah. It's still not the same having that magazine in your hand and putting them pinups on your wall and
Yeah, I
stuff
agree.
like
I
that.
agree. You know, a lot of times as a joke, I still have some of my old metal edges in my mom's house,
Right.
and I'd send pictures like PJ Farley and Steve Brown and be like, look at these chicks, they're so hot, or even Ray and Rob. I'm like, oh my god, this Tina Turner lookalike looks amazing.
Wow. You think the Rahway disc, the EP, will come out on vinyl?
That's something to think about. I think that you know, we're actually going in this coming June back in with Mike Orlando when he gets back from tour to record the next EP.
Right.
So if we could put the Slumlords thing out on vinyl, that'd be pretty cool. I think that's something we should look into because everyone's collecting records now, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I always bring that up, and almost every band said, "Yeah, it's going to be on vinyl, but it'll take a little while."
Or we should take it a step further and put it on cassette tape.
Oh, forget it. Right? Forget it. What's your feeling about backtracks and lip syncing?
Oof. Oh, I think you must have seen my post about that.
You know?
You know, I think that every artist does it. Someone that you named also was guilty of doing that.
Right.
You know, one of our good friends, and I think that it's inevitable. I think all bands do it. It's just a matter of how you fake it.
Right.
We don't do it. We're all raw. We can't afford it. That's why. But you know, a lot of bands are doing it, and I don't fault them for it. You want your shows to sound perfect,
Right.
But I also think that if you like that one band that Eddie Trunk posted,
Santa Cruz.
the guy like walked away from the stage. What was the name of the band?
Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Right.
That was just terrible. Terrible. But they got a lot of press out of it. So I mean, who's dumb?
Right. Yeah. You're right. What's your feeling about download compared to a physical CD?
Oh God, I'm one of those guys who likes the physical CD because I like opening the packaging and smelling the packaging inside. Downloading, you don't get that. But in the same sense, you know, when it comes to buying physical CDs, you know, I mean, not having the physical CDs, you don't have like, you know, I have racks of CDs here. My wife hates it, so she's like, you know, you have it on Spotify, throw it out already.
Right.
So there's that. So it depends who you're married to, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Wow. I understand that. You know. What's your feelings about like putting out a concert video? Would Rahway ever do that?
Like a video, like a song, or just like a full concert?
A full concert.
We'd love to. I think that's the best way to capture the band, because I think Rahway is a real live band, and I think that to be able to catch that energy live on video would be great. We try to capture it on CD whenever we're releasing songs. We try to capture that live feel, but there's nothing like being at a live show. So I mean, we'd be open to doing a full live video. Yeah.
What's your favorite band, excluding Motley Crue?
Oh, that's a tough one. I love the guys from Skid Row. I love the Skid Row guys. Pantera, Metallica, of course, Guns N' Roses,
right?
Kiss. You know, grew up listening to all those guys. Spread Eagle.
Wow. So, what was the first concert you attended?
It was, believe it or not, Motley Crue and Whitesnake at Brendan Byrne Arena.
Right.
The Girls tour. And my first introduction to marijuana.
Now it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal now.
Right.
But you know, some guy in front of me was smoking it, and I looked at my friend's uncle. I was like, "What is that?" And he explained it to us.
What's feeling like when someone comes up and asks for your autograph?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know my past life, but I used to be a cast member on the Z100 morning show, the Elvis Duran morning show.
Yeah.
So because I was a cast member on that show for 5 or 6 years, we were getting asked for autographs all the time. So I'm kind of used to it.
Right.
I don't want to pat myself. I'm very humble, so I don't really like to feel treated like that I'm a celebrity, but I'm not, because I'm not.
Right. Right.
So to be asked for my autograph, I'm always willing to do it, and it doesn't feel weird because I've used to it from doing
Right.
it with them. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Right. Anything coming up besides the shows with Rahway?
Well, like I said, we're going into record with Mike Orlando. We have 6 new songs that we're going into record with them. We also have a new video for our song Acetylene that is being edited right now by our manager Larry Jones from Archangel Entertainment. And I think that's it right now, because kind of been put on a standstill because we have another child on the way. So I'm putting Rahway on hold for at least a few months. But we will be working with a booking agent soon. So that's a big thing.
And what's your feeling about the world as it is right now?
Scary still. I'm not, I know everyone's happy that there's less cases, and I mean, actually there's been a rise in our area of cases. So I still go out with a mask. I'm not vaccinated. My wife's not vaccinated because we were making sure that we were okay with having a baby.
Right.
But I still don't believe the thing works. the vaccine, I don't believe it works. So I still think that the world is still a scary place. But I do my best to keep my family safe, myself and my family. So.
Right. You have any feelings about Ukraine and Russia?
I think that it's nuts that this is even happening.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that it should have happened, and I think that if I don't want to get political, but I just feel like if we had someone else in office, I don't think this would have happened.
Right.
But then again, who knows?
Yeah.
Putin wanted what Putin wanted, and I just hope that China doesn't follow suit and go after Taiwan the way Russia went after Ukraine. So, because that could be a disaster.
Right. So, what's the future for Rahway look like?
I hopefully we gain more fans, more subscribers on our YouTube page, and more people just tuning in. Hopefully we continue to write the music that we're writing, because it's really, even our producer Mike Orlando is like, you guys have stepped it up 100 notches, because this new stuff is really, really good. And I think I have to agree. I think that every time I listen to it, I can't stop listening to it because the hooks are just so catchy.
Right. I mean, I saw you guys like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you really made a big change to what you are now.
Yeah. Well, I've had a chance to. I think the last time you saw us, I think that that I might have just been new with the band, and we're still trying to feel each other out. But now that I've been there for a while, the chemistry is like unreal. It's just been and we've bonded. We've really, really bonded. And the songwriting process has been just cohesive.
Well, Tim, it was great chatting with you, and congratulations on your EP. And looking forward to the new EP, and congratulations on your new baby coming.
Thank you.
No problem. Would you like to say anything to fans out there?
RahwayBand.com.
Cool. Where can they get in contact with you personally?
Who, you?
No, the fans.
Oh, I'm on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook. Tim Louie. Or it's under Chigger 273. I'm always on there. Feel free to contact me. I always answer. Or you can find me on Instagram.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate talking with you.
Yeah, same here. Always a pleasure.
See you later, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.